I haven't watched porn in 5 years. Not porn, not OnlyFans, not any of these things. And I've had a huge transformation. In this video, gentlemen, I'm going to let you know in a very realistic, in a very transparent and raw way, everything that I have done to quit porn forever. And my hopes with making this video in this not produced scientific way is that it's going to be more relatable to you, because I'm sure you've already watched many videos about this topic, right? About the dopamine things, and still hasn't worked. That's why you are here today with me. I'm going to let you know everything that I have done and how it has absolutely changed my life, okay? So, in the last 2 years, I've gone from complete virgin to having 384 dates with different girls, okay? I have proof for all of this. I have thousands of recordings, photos, videos, daily 2 blogs, but this video isn't about that, okay? You can check it in my channel if you want. This video is about how I quit porn forever. Now, the first thing that I would tell you, because there are 2 things. There is the tactics, the techniques, the things you can implement right away, which is probably what you're looking for, and I'm going to give them to you. And second one is the belief, the reason why, which again, it doesn't sound as actionable, but is the most powerful one. So let's start with the techniques. 2 things, very important ones. Point number 1 of the techniques is, and I think you haven't heard this anywhere, still jerk off. Do jerk off, gentlemen, but without watching porn, okay? It's hard to go from complete addicted to jerking off and watching porn to stop doing everything at once. So I've tried that, it didn't work. So you can do this exercise. Go in the street, okay? Or I'm sure you already know a few of your friends, girlfriends, right? Or girls that you see in person that you are really attracted to, that you say, oh, this girl is, she's stunning, right? And you are seeing her on those leggings or whatever it is. So take a picture with your eyes. So basically capture that moment while you are seeing that, and then go back home and jerk off without porn. Just imagine that. Imagine the story, what could happen, all of these things. This way, you are training your brain at least to work, at least to imagine things, imagine the story, and then it gets the reward, which is emptying your balls, okay? This is the first step. And I know this sounds incredibly stupid, okay? Try it once, twice, 3 times, and you will see how it's not so hard to sustain, because you are still getting the reward. You are still emptying your balls, okay? Of course, it's less stimulation, right? Because you are not watching all of the things. Initially, it's going to take some time, but just make the promise to yourself. For 1 week, you are still going to jerk off all the times that you want. You have to trick your brain, okay? I'm going to do it 5, 10 times a day if I want to, but I'm not going to watch porn, okay? That's how you start. And at some point, you're going to see that you are not liking porn that much anymore. And that's the beauty of this, right? So that would be the first thing. Second thing is remove the temptation, right? The same way people that are quitting smoking, they shouldn't see the pack of cigarettes on top of the table when they're trying to quit. It's the same for you. Just try to add some friction for you to watch porn. So basically put some blockers on your computer, on your phone. It's not going to make 100%, everything blocked, because you can still block those things. But it's going to help because it's going to add friction. I've had friends, you can put a password for you to watch porn, and that password you give it to your brother or your friend, and they change it so you don't know how to access it. But that's one solution. Just add friction for you not to watch it, okay? Now, let's go to the important part of this video, which is the core, okay? Your belief system. Let me ask you one question, gentlemen. If someone told you with 100% certainty, and you knew this is true and this is not a bluff, okay? If someone told you, if in 1 week from now you continue watching porn, 3 things are going to happen. First thing, all of your family are going to pass away. Boom, done. Second thing, you are going to lose all of your legs and your arms. And third thing, you are going to get your Johnson cut off. Would you watch porn in that week or no? Think about it. I know this is very obvious. Try to understand deep reasoning. Okay? If with those consequences, for sure you wouldn't watch porn, what's the thing there? The thing is the reason why. You need to have a strong enough reason why to stop doing it. Otherwise, the habit is not going to stick in the long term, right? What is your reason why, gentlemen? Is it because you've heard that it's bad, you've watched a couple of podcasts, and that's it? I mean, you probably know it's bad, but do you actually know it's bad or not? Do you actually believe it in your true core or not? Because if you are not taking those actions to stop doing that, it's because you don't believe the consequences of watching porn are that high, right? So try to tie it down. What I would recommend you do, gentlemen, is just go in the forest, go in nature. You don't need to take your phone and just talk with yourself. Like, what do I want to accomplish in life, right? And then continue asking these questions. Okay, how do I get there? What things do I need to do? How would this affect it? What consequences would I have if I don't achieve this in my life, right? And then you start tying things down back to quitting porn. So I'm going to give you my example, right? It's just, I'm going to share everything with you here, gentlemen. So basically my goal in life, I want to have very happy family, okay? I want to have kids, and I want those kids to be raised lovingly, taken care of, and being strong, beautiful kids, okay? Now, for me to get to that point, I need to get, the mom of my children, right? And obviously, as I want a very happy family, I'm not going just to pick a single girl that one in my life. I pick you out of luck, and then you're the mom of my children. No, right? Because what's the chances of me making the wrong choice, right? That's why my belief system is, okay, if I want to have a very, very happy family with the right girl, the right mom of my children, I need to go and just experience with a few girls, or just get to know them to see what type of girl do I actually like, right? What things I'm able to, or I'm willing to tolerate. What type of, also, why not? What type of physique, what type of looks do I want, and what type of personality? So I increase the chances of me having the best possible mom of my children, right? Now, if I know that, what way can I meet different girls? What way can I get to know them? So then I can pick the best one, right? So there are different ways you can know women. You can meet them through dating apps, through parties, through social circle, through cold approach in the street, right? That's usually what I do. That's what I prefer. But yeah, so if I need to go out in the street and approach girls, so then I can meet many, and then I can know which one is going to be the best mom of my children, that's putting myself in a position of risk, right? Like I'm going to go to approach a girl in the street. That's a little bit risky, right? Especially for your primal brain, for your tribal instincts, right? So if I'm watching porn, if I'm jerking off, I'm getting the reward of it, I'm not horny anymore, like why would I take that risk, right? But then if you tie down, okay, if I don't watch porn, if I don't jerk off, I have the energy, I have the motivation because I want to empty my balls, I'm horny, right? Then you are going to tie that habit with getting to know more girls, choosing your dream girl, and in my case, having beautiful and loving family, okay? That's my particular example. So what you need to do, gentlemen, is actually truly understand the reason why you want to quit it. Because if your reason is not strong enough, you won't, right? Tie it down to it. And I've talked about this in some of the videos, I think. But for you to change your life, you need to change your beliefs, right? Your life here on the top is the sum of all of the actions you have ever made, or the actions you have ever taken, right? If you have these results with girls now, or this amount of money making, or watching porn, it's because you're taking X amount of actions, right? Good. All of the actions you have ever taken are the sum of all of the decisions you have ever made, right? Because when you want to take an action, you made a decision to take that, right? To go to the gym. You made a decision and then you go. Now, all of the decisions you have ever made, and this is the important part, gentlemen, all of the decisions you have ever made are the sum of all of the perceived options you have had in your life. If you don't perceive an option, how are you going to make a decision of doing that and then taking an action on that and then change your life? Okay, you see where I'm going here? You have your life, your actions, your decisions, your perceived options, and here we have the options are the sum of the of the thoughts you ever had, and the thoughts are the sum of your paradigms and your beliefs, right? So that's why if you change the core, the belief system, that's how you end up changing then your thoughts, then your perceived options, then you change your decisions, then you change your actions, and then you change your life. Gentlemen, hope you found this useful. That's pretty much what I have done. I haven't watched porn in the last 5 years. Not sure if this was what you were looking for, but yeah, you will have, by the way, in the description, something fully for free. I'm not sure what's going to be honest, but it's going to be probably something that you want, so just check it out. It's for free. And then you can also watch some of my other videos here on this side of the screen or this side of the screen. If you like it, if it was useful, if you had an aha moment, comment please, subscribe or like if you want. And yeah, take care, gentlemen. See you soon.